Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. Let's do an analysis on Chainlink in a very short time and talk about some very optimistic signs that I'm seeing in here playing out. And at the same time, I'm gonna explain why we still need to manage our expectation. Now, before we get into that real quick, in case you are a new viewer to the channel, you should note that I'm actually surprisingly bullish in Chainlink, and in my view, we may end up having in here a series of 1-2s. See, this can be 5 up into a wave 1 followed by a correction for wave 2, meaning what's next after this phase to the downside is over? You know it, a great move to the upside into wave 3, 4, 5, which on a higher degree, if I just go on maybe weekly chart, this is going to be at that point into this wave 3 and then 4 and then 5. Now, even if you want to be pessimistic in Chainlink, then okay, maybe you shouldn't consider the 1-2 scenario, but here's the deal. You see, even in that case, we're just going to say, yeah, okay, fair enough. This is 5 up, this time into an A leg, correction for B, and the conclusion is the same. Meaning what? In the mid to long term in Chainlink, we should probably expect yet another great move on the upside. For now, at least, let's just consider this wave 3 in order to hopefully set an all-time high and take the highest high in here about maybe $51, $52 and go maybe quite a bit higher than that. So the overall structures in Chainlink, do not let anybody tell you otherwise, is absolutely looking fantastic and bullish. How about the short-term price action though? Well, let's zoom in more. Okay, so I believe we also talked about this in the previous update as well. You see, we said because in here we are having a series of relatively small moves to the downside followed by a slow and choppy pullbacks. Maybe these are then a series of 1-2s, and this can be our major large wave 3, meaning what? The majority of the move down, we have already seen it. However, this doesn't necessarily mean that we have hit the lows in Chainlink. Hence why we said, okay, let's be a bit patient and careful because this may end up being just a correction, and then we're gonna have yet another move to the downside into wave 5. However, again, pay attention, those moves to the downside are not really going to be that strong from our point of view. Now, let's go on 15-minute time frame. Okay, so question, what do you see in this area? First things first, are you able to, from the highs to about the lows, find a bit of a 5-wave impulse? I'm gonna say even if you are, the shape of that 5-wave is going to look so odd and weird to a degree that maybe, you know what, it shouldn't really be our primary scenario, suggesting, yeah, this might very well be just a correction structure. For example, yeah, an A, B, C in form of a zigzag comes to mind, and also pay attention to what is going on in this region, because I'm thinking this might be a 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up to about this point into wave 3, ABC for 4, and then another move up into wave 5. So what do you have in this region? 5 up, correction down. Well, this is actually a bit of a bullish setup in Chainlink, suggesting minimum we are having a zigzag structure, which in terms of the sub waves, we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into A, correction for B. Let's consider a WXY, and then yet another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up into C. And if I just go on the live chart, okay, so this can be on a higher degree or A leg, this can be wave B, and where's your C leg? Answer, you don't really have it yet. So I do like to consider another move up in Chainlink, either from the current point or preferably, I would actually like to see a move down first in order to take this low about $7.5 and maybe at that point complete the subwaves for a WXY in form of a double zigzag into our B leg and then get another move up into C. Bottom line is this, because it seems like we are having 5 up followed by a correction down in Chainlink, I would argue we are at least owed yet another move on the upside. However, when we get this thing, well, let's just say this, since there is no certainty in any market, let's just say if we get this phase up, I want you to not necessarily get like overwhelmingly excited, okay? Just be patient, be careful. These might be the subwaves for an ABC zigzag. Now, the question is, okay, let's just say we are going to have another move up. At what point are we going to flip bullish a little bit and say, yeah, you know what, maybe we were wrong and this isn't an ABC zigzag and hopefully this point is going to be our final low? Well, here's the thing. If you want to be very optimistic in Chainlink, and for example, you want to argue in here we're going to have our final low. Okay, Elliott suggests you have to be able to find from the lows a 5 wave on the upside, and this is really the key point. Whenever you're having an impulsive structure, something like this, Elliott suggests in most cases, not all the time, but in most cases, your wave 3 is going to be a rather strong and extended move to the upside. So in case we do see another move up in Chainlink, maybe from a bit lower, and then this move up gets way too much extended, and maybe in it we're going to go to about here, about maybe like $9.5, $9 area. Okay, at that point I'm willing to change my tone a little bit in Chainlink and maybe even call this point our final low, depending on the structures that at that point I'm witnessing. But right now, no, I don't really think so, despite the fact that we want to get probably and hopefully another move up. I'm just going to sit this one out and be very vigilant and patient, because I do have a feeling that maybe in Bitcoin we're not completely done going down. Very important to understand. Now, here's another very important point. You see, in Chainlink, right in here, we do have a major cluster of support areas from weekly and daily time frame at the same time, between 5.2 to about $6.4. Now, here's a very important point. Pay attention, please. We argue if we get to about a very strong support and above it, we basically do a bit of a double tap, with the second low being a little bit of a lower low, and at that point we witness a bit of a bullish divergence above the support. That could be like a very, very positive sign, suggesting, yeah, you know what, maybe there's like even a 70% chance that the bottom is set. And I think this might be a similar setup that we are seeing in Chainlink. You see, let's zoom in more. Okay, what do you have in this region? You had initially a strong move to the downside, followed by a very slow and god-awful choppy bounce back, and now we are getting another move down. And albeit right now we are not around this important support yet, we are quite close, but we're not there yet. However, consider this: if we get another move to the downside, at that point, are we going to have a bit of a bullish divergence? Answer: absolute yes. Let's go on some higher time frames, check out some indicators, and then wrap up today's update. So what is going on in weekly chart? As you can see, in MACD we are having a buy signal, but hey, in a stock RSI this is a confirmed sell signal, and it happened around the overbought region. So my suggestion is this: because of a stock RSI in the short term, count on another move down. How about daily chart? Okay, in MACD we are getting a bit of a buy signal, but it's not really confirmed yet. We need to wait maybe about 48 hours and see, are we going to confirm this signal or not? If we have it, I guess it could be an optimistic sign, but because of a stock RSI being around the overbought region, I would like to be very much patient. Now, how about H4 time frame? Okay, this is the real signal in my, no, excuse me, it was actually in daily time frame. Yeah. Okay, so pay attention. On the live chart, you are having a low, and the other one is like a slightly lower low. But in MACD, what do you have? Okay, as you can see, this is a lower low. The other one so far seems to be a bit of a higher low. Now, what if we are going to get another move down? Based on the fact that from here, we do have quite a long way away to get to these levels, I'm gonna say even if we go around this support, even at that point, we are going to have this beautiful bullish divergence, suggesting, yep, hopefully the low is set. This is why, my friends, I want to tell you, in Chainlink, sure, maybe our move down is not completely over. However, in my view, we are indeed quite close to get to our final bottom. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Chainlink's chart. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.